Hello, welcome back to City Planner Plays, where today we are destroying the city of Verde Beach. And it's a really weird thing for me to be saying, but we are going to try to unlock some unique buildings. And the way to unlock those unique buildings is to either build stuff, break stuff, or make sad stuff happen. Or at least that's the way that I'm categorizing it. So I'm going to try to unlock approximately 17 buildings today. Hopefully I can do them all. Some of them are more challenging than the others. But once I unlock these buildings, they will become available in the game to me. And that's really important to me. I want to try to unlock these buildings so that I can add them to the downtown area and other places throughout the city. And the nice thing is, I don't have to destroy the actual Verde Beach save because once you unlock the buildings, that unlock is saved to your configuration file and available in all of your saves. So let's kind of go through some of the things that we're going to unlock in the build stuff variety. And what I mean by build stuff is you have to build a bunch of things to unlock the buildings. So to start out, we are going to unlock this traffic park. We need a bunch of passengers on transit to unlock that park. We also have the boat museum. We need to build a ferry depot, a pier, and a stop to unlock that museum. And then we have the locomotive hall, which requires 7 multi-platform train stations. And just so you understand what that means, this is our multi-platform train station. So we need 6 more of these, which is wild. Next, we are going to unlock the Plaza of the Dead. The Plaza of the Dead needs 3 filled up cemeteries, which is very, very, very similar to the Grand Central Terminal, which we're also going to try to unlock, which requires that you fill up 7 instances of the cemetery. So those ones are going to work really well together. We are also going to try to unlock the helipark, and that requires that you build all of the different helicopter depots. We already have multiple fire helicopter depots, but we need police and medical. We're also going to try to unlock the Grand Library, and that requires 7 universities. And that's not the big university that we have. That doesn't count. We need 7 of those pre-built assets. So we will do that. Yeah, I think you have to keep it open for maybe 3 weeks. And then also the Academic Library, which requires 300 library users in the city. So I think we're going to start out by trying to accomplish some of the ones that require thresholds to be met. So what I'm going to do to try to meet the threshold for ridership to unlock the traffic park is I'm going to build some pretty nonsensical metro stations. Or maybe they're not nonsensical, but they're not in the game just yet. I'm going to put a lot of them. And now we need some lines. Okay, if that doesn't juice our transit ridership, I don't know what will. But we are so close. So we have, let's see, let's go back to that traffic park. Yeah, we are just a couple hundred away, so we're going to speed this up and let's see if we can meet this threshold. Actually, there are a couple other things that fit really well with what we're trying to do. So I want to fill up some cemeteries. So let's go into our death care. We're going to want to turn off some of our crematoriums. So let's do that now. Okay, so we currently have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cemeteries. So we need at least 3 more to be able to meet our death care objectives. Let's place this right in the park. There we go. Good enough. And I don't want to have any more than I need because I want these all to get full. So perfect. Let's take a look at our transit ridership again. I'm just curious, is it going up? Looks like it's going up some. We did slow down there for a second, so that is going to harm things a little bit. Yeah, it's going up, so we'll just need to wait on that a little bit. So let's start thinking about our helicopter depots. So I do want to achieve that. So we need our medical helicopter depot. So let's just put one in here. And our police depot. And that should be all three, and we should have unlocked the helipark. There we go. The helicopter park is unlocked. So now we can go for the locomotive hall. This should be another kind of easy one to unlock. So this is the one that needs 7 multi-platform train stations. So let's just build a road and just line these things up. That is 4 total. 5, 6. Just need one more. 7. And let's see if that unlocked it for us. Locomotive halls unlocked. And I'm just shocked that we aren't just bleeding money right now, because we should be. Alright, and we got our money back, or at least 75% of our money back for that. We also need to unlock our Grand Library, which is 7 universities. So let's do that now on the same road. So I think I can turn these off so I don't just bleed money. Because we absolutely do not want all of these universities on. That's so much money. At $2,000 a week each, that's crazy. All right, so we got those off. So we have to maintain this for 10 weeks, and we are at 1 week right now. So good thing that we started that. Let's get our libraries started as well. So I want to get 300 system users. So I'm just going to place some libraries kind of randomly throughout the city. And truthfully, we probably should have more libraries in the city in general. So while I'm doing this right now, it's probably something I should think about in the future. So I've added a ton of libraries. So hopefully that gets some more users in the system. You kind of see it fluctuating around 80 right now. Not ideal. Hopefully we can get to that 300. It's going up. It's going up slowly but surely. Let's take a look one more time at our transit. I'm going to keep going back to that. Oh, we're so close to meeting that threshold. I think we're going to get that just fine. So let's unlock the boat museum. So this one requires some ferries. So nothing fancy here. So this is absolutely terrible, but I think it's going to do the trick. So let's take a look. Boat museum. All right, we are unlocking things. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good about what's happening. And of course, that's because I'm only doing the build stuff monuments right now. I'm sure I'll feel really bad about this in a little while. So we have unlocked a few things at this point. Let's double check our traffic park. Are we there yet? We're actually losing passengers. That's discouraging. So we're going to need this little area later on down the line when we want people not to die in a in one of our terrible destructive events that we're going to have coming up to be able to, so we're going to have like a meteorite strike or something like that. We're going to need to do that in a place where no one lives and there are city services. So I think this will probably be that area. This should do the trick. I'm going to probably throw in a couple more things in this area. So you might wonder why I'm doing this. So we are going to need to do a bunch of things to be able to get the, let's see, the pyramid of safety. We need a disaster that doesn't have any casualties. So you have to have an area with city services and absolutely no people. So I think that this is where we're going to do that. So I'm really curious about some of the problems that we're having with getting the passengers we need. So I might try to just add another harbor. Let's see if Does that count? Yeah, that should count. So we'll add another harbor. And let's see if that helps us reach our milestone for transit use. The only other thing I could think of is we could go into here and just kind of juice the lines, increase the number of vehicles, like the Zoo Express. That's okay, but we do have that one bus that has some issues. We're not looking to have maximum efficiency, we're looking to have maximum ridership, and you only get ridership by picking people up. Yeah, I think at this point it's kind of just, we'll need to let this go for a little bit. I don't know what I could do to increase the ridership, short of just continuing to add additional stops. We might just let this one go for a minute. We're gonna do some breaking of stuff, and this is kind of, I'm reluctant to do this because I know that once I start breaking things, it's gonna be harder to meet some of these milestones, such as unlocking the traffic park, but we're going in the wrong direction with it. So I'm starting to think this might be a one that we need to unlock naturally. So let's start hitting this city with disasters. So to start out with, I think one of the easier ones is the meteor. So we're going to hit the city with a meteor, and this is going to do a couple of things. Number one, we are going to unlock the meteorite park. Number two, if we hit it over here, we should have the pyramid of safety unlock because we won't have any casualties, presumably. All right, there we go. A nice big blast across the water, and hopefully, no casualties. So our report, citizens lost 4. No, that was not supposed to happen. Okay, well, attempt number 2. Oh, I did not expect that to happen. No wonder why people died. Maybe we've got to go a little bit further inland to make this happen. Okay, attempt number 2, and I have another idea. So now, let's take this down. We'll make it a really minor meteor strike, if that's a thing. All right, another one. So this one hopefully didn't have any casualties. Let's take a look. No casualties. Perfect. Buildings destroyed, roads destroyed. Let's take a look into here. So the meteor strike, we've got that unlocked. We could build that right now if we wanted to. And we got our pyramid of safety. So we're good there. So now another one that I want to get is the disaster memorial. Now this one requires a variety of disasters, some of which take a while to actually have happen. So first, let's start out with a tsunami. I'm going to, again, keep these at low levels for the time being. Anyway, let's hit the Hamilton experience with this. Actually, let's crank it up a little bit. Let's get wild. But we need more than just a tsunami. So we need a thunderstorm, a meteor strike, a sinkhole, tornado, earthquake, and a forest fire. So we have the meteor strike. We have a tsunami coming. Time to do the rest. So I think that should be all of them. Let's speed it up and see what happens. Let's take a look. Is there a tsunami starting out here? Don't see it just yet. They're kind of just all randomly happening at this point. Oh my god. This would be the most terrifying place to be in the whole world right now. Let's take a look and see if we unlocked our traffic plot. No, but now our passengers are way down. So that one's a failure. We're going to have to unlock that naturally. Ooh, look at this. Tornado right at the Hamilton experience. Wow. I think it took out our key walls, hole right in the ground. Wow. You know what? Wait, was that? Okay. No one's walking through here this time. 'Cause that would be horrific. So we're still a tsunami away from our disaster memorial. Oh, not for much longer. There it is. It's coming, hitting the volcano. Okay, well, at this point, why don't we also kick our health problems into high gear? This is an easy way to do it. Let's just make sure that we have dirty drinking water. That should do it. The other thing that I think we could do is turn off our hospitals. That should also do the trick. So what I'm trying to do now is get the Lazarette Plaza. I know that this is a harder one to get, surprisingly, and the main reason is everyone dies and then your health improves. So this one might take a little while. So now we're moving on to the from break stuff sort of into sad stuff. So break stuff is Meteorite Park, Disaster Memorial, Posh Mall, Courthouse, Observatory, and Pyramid of Safety. We got some of those. We're going to have to mess with taxes and start losing a whole bunch of money and get our garbage piling up, and then we will hit some of these. And I think at the same time we're going to fill up all of our cemeteries. So wins all around, I guess. Or losses. It's kind of painful to see Verde Beach suffer this much because, at this point, it's a place that I care about, so, ooh, bailout, need a bailout. So in that mindset, we're going to need to look at the budget, and I want to lower all the taxes to 4% to get the Posh Mall. And I'm also going to lower our budget on literally everything because we're running out of money. And having our budget up for any of this stuff at this point is not helpful, except for maybe our industry. That might be beneficial. Transit, trains, metro, ferries. None of it is helpful at this point. It's all bad. The other thing I want to take a look at is, so we had these universities, which are now filled with crime. Whoa, $200,000 in the negative each week. So we should have unlocked our grand library at this point. Got that. I don't know if we ever got our academic library unlocked. Bummer. Never got it. And at this point, I am not going to get it during this playthrough, so we'll chalk that one up as a loss. So we need more crime problems than this. And I know it looks bad already, but it could be worse. So we're going to make it worse. So I'm trying to go through and find the police departments, but they're just impossible to find at this point. There are so many little icons that I just can't see them. And you're probably looking at this going, well, it's pretty obvious to me. But it's not so obvious to me. The crime rate is creeping up. So we're doing this to unlock the courthouse. We need a 50% crime rate, which is very high. So luckily the lack of water seems to be helping us. Maybe if we just turn off our power. Okay, 50%. Let's see if we got our courthouse unlocked. You gotta maintain that for 5 weeks. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we're getting hit with our tsunami. Perfect. We've got our 1,000 abandoned buildings, I'm guessing, as well, too. So let's see if we've unlocked the observatory just yet. We have to maintain that for 5 weeks. And our health, 44%. We need 20%. We need to maintain that for 3 weeks. So that's going to be a challenge. We have lost roughly 45,000 in population, and we're still in a decent spot with healthcare. And that's kind of what I explained with some of the issues that you face with people dying. So as people die, the average health improves because all the sickest people are gone. Let's see, Mall of Moderation. I don't know. We might have gotten that because garbage piled up. Only 12. Well, we can improve that. So this should help a lot. Let me see. I just want to make sure it's going in the right direction, the wrong direction. And I do see we have unlocked our disaster memorial, so that is awesome. Posh Mall, we're on our way. 7 weeks. It's ridiculous. Healthcare 16, so we're on our way to the Lazarette Plaza as well. So we had to maintain this for 3 weeks. I might just let this sit here for a second. Oh my goodness. It popped above it. We have less than 250 people in the city. And our healthcare is still above 20% every now and then. Oh my goodness, it hopped up to 33%. People are moving in. What is going on here? This place doesn't even have water. I don't get it. Okay, maybe we just have too much power at this point. I'm completely flabbergasted. The only thing I could think would be to actually prevent people from coming here. Because the city's growing a lot. That's wild. That is wild. Okay. No one gets in. But you can leave. Alright, now our population is declining again. And our healthcare is falling again. And this is just crazy. I mean, our health is, kind of hovering around 25. People are just dying left and right. There's no power. There's no water. And there's no way in. You can leave, but that's it. And we can't even rebuild that road if we wanted to, because I have no money to rebuild that road. So this city is dead. Dead. And it's 100 degrees. So now we have to maintain again for 3 weeks. That is brutal. Brutal. This is a really hard one to actually attain. Oh, seriously, 21, 20. We're going in the absolute wrong direction. The only thing I could think at this point is it the train tracks? Are we? Well, no. It's not that. We'll get rid of that, see if that fixes anything. I'm still noticing the population go up just a little bit every now and then. Right now. What is going on? Where are these people? Is it new people being born? Oh. This is brutal. I just don't know how this is happening. I think there are, at this point, no redeeming qualities to this city. We still have power being created somewhere. Aha. Now let's see. This should fix our... Yeah, no power at all. That'll do it. 1 week. 2 weeks. Finally. All we had to do is have absolutely no power for 3 weeks. And now we're down to almost no people here. So let's going to go through and see where we're at. So we've got our traffic. I can't even see what I unlocked anymore. So our traffic park we never got. Our boat museum we did get. Our locomotive hall we did get. Plaza of the Dead. We didn't fill up 3 instances of the cemetery. Wow, so if we didn't get that, we absolutely didn't get the Grand Central Terminal. So that's something I'm going to need to work on in the normal build of the city. We got our helicopter park. We got our Grand Library. We did not get our academic library, so we're going to have to do that in the main build as well. So that's all of our build stuff, so we missed a couple there. For break stuff, we did get the Meteorite Park. We did get our Disaster Memorial. Can't remember exactly where that one was. Let's see, we got our Posh Mall. We did not get our Mall of Moderation. How is that possible? Oh, now it's certainly possible because no one lives here. So we have no processing status, but people are, it's still, oh, we do. No. We have garbage production and nothing is actually happening. I think that's because of all the buildings that are still, there's just a lot of buildings that are abandoned. So that is going to be a challenging one to get in this build. I might need to do that one separately, unfortunately. It's going in the right direction, albeit very, very, very slowly, and I don't know how long that one's going to take. So I think we'll check on that one right before we call it. We got our observatory, I believe. Yep, observatory is unlocked. We've got our pyramid of safety, and then for our sad stuff, let's take a look. We did get our Lazarette Plaza. The statue of shopping was less than $1. We've got that in spades. And then our mall of moderation. So we certainly missed a couple of things, but we've got most of the things. The mall of moderation is going in the right direction. So I think I might just let it go for a minute and see what happens. And I think I'm going to call it on this one. I think that it's going to be a real challenge because of really the size of the city. To get that average 25 garbage piling up, it'd be a lot easier just to start a new city, have like 4 buildings, and never place a landfill. So that might be the way that I have to approach that one and do that one off camera. That said, I did have a lot of fun doing this. I hope it was enjoyable for you. And so if you like this video, please consider hitting the like button. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you want to be notified when I release new videos, hit that notification bell. Again, I am not going to save this. It's not part of the main series. It is just to unlock some of those special buildings, and now I'll be able to place them in Verde Beach proper. So I do want to thank my Patreon supporters. They help me make the channel what it is, help me continue to reinvest in the channel and make great content, and I really appreciate that. I am going to leave you with a brief city tour, and I am very sorry that I'm doing this to you. Take care. Bye-bye.